I hop on its back, I climb it as fast as I can, I grab its horns, I look at it in the eye, and I stab its sockets as many times as I can.
Like, if they're gonna try to catch her, couldn't I summon the rats, like, the last 2 charges, because I'm not trying to get anyone killed, to kind of, like, pick them up higher, that way it's, like, a bit higher and still have more cushion beneath them.
No. I punched Nandor for I give him a good knock to knock him out for 10 solid minutes.
Hold on.
For 10 solid minutes, I just one punch to knock him out.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Heathens and Heroes, episode number 28. I think, right? Yeah, that sounds right. Episode 28. And thank you for joining us on this journey that is Heathens and Heroes, a podcast where 6 friends get together to play Dungeons and... Wait. Why do I... 1, 2... That's 5 friends that get together and play Dungeons and Dragons as well as they know how to. I don't know. Which isn't very well.
He saw Highwind in the intro video.
Every time I see Highwind, it throws me off. One day, you know what? It is 6 friends. One of our friends is just off on another journey right now. So
that's right. Yep.
Well,
that's true.
6 friends play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know. We don't know how to play very well. Aside from our wonderful dungeon master Matt, your 4 heroes: Ramus, Nandor, Einar, who also knows how to play Dungeons and Dragons very well, just so you guys know, and Kraegor are on a treacherous journey through the Underdark, and the journey has not been an easy one. Will our heroes escape with their lives, or will the heathens of the Underdark devour their souls? Remember that you can watch this show every week or so, live on twitch.tv/Heathens and Heroes, or you can watch this episode and all the prior episodes on our YouTube channel right now, either by searching for Heathens and Heroes, clicking the link in our About Me section, or by clicking the link in the chat as it comes through. Please remember to hit that follow button. If you are watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and all the whistles. It'll help us out tremendously, and we will then be forever in your debt. With that being said, I will now pass it on to our Dungeon Master, Matt, to begin the next chapter of Heathens and Heroes. Matt.
All right. Well, this chapter begins with our adventurers and allies returning after a semi-perilous journey, a potentially perilous journey, into Rocklight once more to take care of Ogremok's Bane, a corruptive force that could turn the Stone Shapers elementals against them with just a touch. Having an idea as to where to look, they went into a cave filled with drow statues that came to life when attacked, although seemed restricted to the cave itself. After mowing down about 30 of the bastards, a evil, malevolent dust cloud sort of rose up from their remains, which, through some clever thinking, was pushed back with a geyser of water, and then frozen into place to keep it from moving. And unable to banish or actually harm this creature, they called for some priests, and after a few minutes and keeping it contained between ice and water, you managed to banish Ogremok's Bane.
Don't forget to spit.
There was a bit of spit involved too. There was definitely quite a bit of spit involved.
And technically speaking, first we summoned druids, and then they came, and then they were like, yeah, there's nothing we can do. And then we summoned clerics, and then they came, and then they were able to banish it. But you know, details, really. Semantics, ultimately.
Semantics right now.
If you want the full story, go check it out on our YouTube.
There you go.
But after all of this, they decided we needed a brief break. So, the majority of you returned back to Blingden Stone to seek out some refuge to rest and to prepare for whatever endeavors led on the next day. However, two of you, or rather one and a friend, Nandor and Jimjar, stayed behind to sleep and relax in the Medusa chamber that you had found before. Not quite the most comfortable, but still gives a good eye on the where you all kind of left off. So, where we pick up then is the three of you had found your places to rest, with pretty much housing being covered for by the deep gnomes, as you are helping them considerably through all this process, as well as food and drink. However, Nandor and Jimjar, what are y'all doing right now? As
Get off
Jimjar is
me,
actually kind of like, but you're so comfy, and I gotta count
Get
my
off
coins somewhere.
I kick him off the bench.
That a bag of coin? That better be a bag of coins next to me. I swear.
Okay. I'm gonna go past the hall, like that entrance where the rocks are, where the golems are, essentially, the stone giants, or you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna go past them, and I want to go check out to see like what the situation is right now.
Okay. Are you doing so stealthily?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Can I get advantage with Jim Jar?
Are you asking him to join you?
Yes.
All
Hey,
right.
Jim Jar, you want to come with me to check out what we're dealing with before, shit goes down?
Bet you 5 gold. It's nothing good. As he kind of puts away his
Oh, I
sack.
know it's nothing good.
All right. So he won't provide advantage, but he will roll his, and it could, help the average of your score and everything.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So between the two of y'all, he kind of, with his natural knowledge of, moving through the Underdark, stays a little bit of about, step or two ahead of you, and kind of shuffles out some of the looser rocks and things like that he's like, I know you're too high up there to really see these. Hold on. As he kind of scutters them out of the way. And you make your way past the 3 Galebdur that had been summoned by the Steadfast Stone. One of them that you kind of look over and kind of pat as, you pass Craig or whatever junior that Craigor had.
Poor Craig. Come on. Man.
Craig's the best. Don't do that.
You make your way down the stairs through the opening that y'all had made and back towards the court that used to be there. As you're moving forward, you can see to your left the pathway that leads to the spherical courthouse that was once there, as well as your pathway forward that previously you had seen some gelatinous cubes kind of filling up that space ahead. Which way would you like to go?
I want to go to the... Not where the gelatin... I want to go to the court.
Okay. So y'all veer left and roll me a perception check. As
Fuck.
you kind of look around a little bit. And Jim Jar can provide advantage on this.
Okay, I was about to say, hey, Jim Jar, how good do you perceive things?
He kind of looks up and around. He's like, well, it's kind of, I was trained in it a little bit.
You go and check. I'll help you out.
All right. Kind of pats your leg a little bit. He goes, "You'll be a good periscope."
All right, but
so between the two of y'all, you can see that outside of the sphere room, sort of draped across one side of it next to the nearest door, there is this massive, almost yellow gold, it looks like sludge that is sort of spaced and stretched like the way a torn tapestry would be. And as you're looking at it, you can kind of see it slowly just undulating just a little bit as it's there. And you can tell it is a type of ooze that is kind of there, but doesn't seem to have noticed y'all at the moment. But there is one just sort of on the outside hugging the sphere. But the walkway up into the entrance itself closest to y'all does look bare.
Okay, I'm gonna like walk up to the entrance, but not cross because there was a bunch of them like around. Like, do I see that gray humanoid figure anywhere?
Looking inside the slightly ruined courthouse, you can still see the different spreads of types of oozes and jellies that are there. Some that yellow gold color, some gray, some just this tar black, and still almost mixed together in this strange goop and soup. But looking through and towards the other side where you had seen it before, does not seem to be the figure currently.
All right. So basically, what I'm gathering is that it's kind of still the same like when we were here before. Just more. It's essentially still the same. Right.
As far
Okay.
as you can tell so far. Although, as you're standing there, you begin to hear something. And at first, it sounds kind of like this distant echo in the cave. But as you're sitting there, you realize that it's not an echo coming from the walls of the chamber or anywhere else. Instead, it is almost like this distant thought in your mind, this very faint echo at the back of your skull. And it is a very soft this hum, a musical hum. And as it hits your brain and you realize what it is, you can start to notice that all of the oozes together are slightly shifting to the same tone of the hum in your mind. Some of them kind of separating and moving, and some of them just moving slowly with each other.
Okay. Can I think in my mind? It's like, so I could hear you. Can you hear me right now, by chance?
Moment passes, no
Nothing.
response.
Okay. All right. Shit, I could go through that doorway, but I don't know.
And just so you know, Jim Jar is at still the base of the stairs, kind of keeping an eye on the tunnel you came from, make sure nothing is coming up behind y'all.
Okay.
You're up in the archway by yourself right now.
Hey, Jim Jar, do you hear anything in your mind right now, like a humming?
Kind of look back towards him, and he very slowly looks over his shoulder at you, and you can tell that he just has this look of something's wrong. And then as you say that, he goes, "I don't like this place. Yeah, I hear it."
All right, we should probably get out of here before we get swallowed by these things or something.
On account to agree. And very softly and quietly, you make your way down and back out to the room that you were in before. No issue. And doesn't seem like anything noticed along the way.
Okay. We can't break the damn archway going into there because they'll fix it, right?
Oozes are amorphous, so
So just
unless you
throw
can completely seal, yeah.
Because do I have any more dynamite? Hang on. Hang on. Inventory. I do not. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, we'll just. Yeah. I'll just head back.
Going back to Blingdenstone or still staying in the little chamber y'all were in?
The Blingden Stone.
Okay. You make
Is
your
it
way
the-
back.
Sorry, is it the following day?
Not yet. He was doing this
Okay.
during the night of so you make your way back and find yourself at the platinum doors, or I don't think it was platinum, but you have a faint knock, and there's a little bit of a pause before you hear from the other side the muffled, "Oi, who's out there?"
It's Nandor and Jim Jar. You know, Jim Jar. Yes.
All right. 1 second. We weren't expecting. And there's a moment that passes before you start to hear of the chains as the door opens up once more, and sort of bleary-eyed gnome kind of invites y'all back in before they shut the heavy doors behind you. And
Alright.
you make your way through as they just kind of nod and wave, and you can see one already pulling up his little stool to get back comfortable and everything. But make your way back through, and once you get inside, Jim Jar kind of looks over at you and goes, "Look, I'm gonna go to my bed after all that. It was fun. That was unnerving."
It was. You should probably tell the chief and his wife. Just they're being controlled by something. It's like I'm assuming it's kind of like a hive mind or something of the sort. It's not really. There's just somebody puppeteering it. So we'll need to take out that source, if anything.
I'll make sure they're informed.
All right. Night, Ginger.
And as you begin to walk away, you notice that you can still hear the hum very
Oh, shit.
faintly.
All right.
But-
I'm going. I'm gonna like when. All right, so I'm gonna head to the tavern to basically sleep, but I'm going to nudge Einar. It's like, hey, do you hear anything in your mind right now? Or no? Hey, Einar. So we went to go check out the what's it called? I'm also like half asleep, like not in real life, but like in game.
Yeah.
We went to go check out the court again, and we heard this humming like in our mind, and the oozes seem to be moving with the hum, like per beat. Do you hear anything right now? Because I could still hear it even now.
I listen, concentrating on my bleary, slightly dream-addled mind.
Same.
And it takes you a few moments to kind of realize what he's asking and kind of pinch yourself and be like, okay, this isn't a weird dream. Hold on, let me. And as you sort of listen and shut out the background noise, you also can hear a very faint hum.
Is this a good time to mention that I also hum in my sleep?
I go
not
whack
as-
Gregor.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Just plug his nose real quick.
I mean, yeah, I guess I hear it too. Like,
All right. I'm pretty sure that means that the pudding lord or king is the pudding parade's real close. It's going to be happening tomorrow.
okay. Good night.
Good night.
And then, like, after like 10 seconds, I sit up really quick. And I'm like, wait, tomorrow? What? Like, one of those moments of like, hold on a second. Wait. Did you just say that the pudding parade's going to be happening tomorrow?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. So I had already lay down and I was like drifting off, but like he woke up and I kind of like launch up and hit my head on the cubby. It's just like, okay, yeah, tomorrow. Ow. Mhm. Yeah, I'm pretty
1
sure it's
point of
tomorrow.
damage.
I'll go ahead and like actually get up then,
All right.
and I'm gonna go and check with the druids.
Okay.
Talk to
Easy
them.
enough to do.
See if I can find. Would it be Glyphic? No. Sigurd. right?
Yeah.
No.
Glyphic is the priest, I
No,
believe.
Kazee, no. Sark.
Longfinger?
Gurnik. Tap finger.
Yes, Garnick. There we are.
Go through all of my list of names in order to find the right one.
That's all right. It'll eventually pop up.
But yeah, I'm gonna go and check with him. Is he awake or is he asleep?
So you do head over to the speaking stones, and you can see that there are a total of about 5 of the stone shapers that are very quietly, in their nice robes, or nice, heads down. They all seem to be either meditating or sleeping sitting up.
Is Garnick there? Garnick.
He is amongst the 5. Yes.
So I'm gonna go over and gently wake him. Garnick. Sorry.
Yes.
So Nandor went with Jimjar and to investigate the oozes. And apparently while they were there, they could tell that there was this low hum in the back of their minds that the oozes were undulating to or moving to, or whatever, however you want to call it. Whatever oozes do, right? And like the kind of shift, kind of jelly. You get what I'm saying. Anyway.
Yeah.
But when he got back, he could still hear it. So he woke me up and asked me if I could hear it. And I can hear it. And so my thought is that maybe you can hear it. And if you can hear it, maybe we can track down where it's coming from. Because if it is what is ultimately controlling the oozes, get where I'm going with this?
Yes. I do hear something, indeed. Strange. Very, very well. Suppose we can try and see something about this. Oh, moment. Let me wake the others as well.
Okay.
And he kind of stands and goes over and taking his little walking stick from one of the stones, just kind of walks to the others and starts prodding them softly to slowly wake them up. And as he does so, they all very slowly kind of come to, and he nods at them all and then looks over at you and goes, all right, we can, if you like, maybe see about a commune with the stones to see if they can feel and track the hum as well.
I mean, it makes the most sense that's how he would be transmitting that kind of a signal over such a great distance is through the stone itself. So yeah, I mean, yeah, let's try that.
Kind of cracks a bit of his knuckles a little bit, stretches and pops a little bit in his back, and you can hear all the old age from all the multiple pops that kind of go throughout his body. And then nods to the others, who all kind of settle in and begin to bury their hands slightly under the loose soil around them. And he goes to sit into the center, and as he does, he looks back up at you and goes, "All right. You will have 3 questions that I can answer with yay or nay.
Oh,
When through this, we may be able to discover a little bit about at least what we can. Sort of, how you say, narrow down the results."
Any suggestions on the 3 questions that I should ask?
Word it in a way that it is a yes or no. And
Right, I got that part. I more mean like I can ask 3. I don't like if I ask the question of like, can you tell me where the sound is coming from? That would be potentially a yes, but that does me no good. So,
break it down. More of a, is it coming from the stone, or is it from the
Is the
court
stone-
itself?
is the sound coming from the stone? Is the sound what's attracting the creatures, the oozes? And need something that's ultimately going to lead us to where the sound is coming from.
If you know of a path up ahead, we can ask if it is the right one. I have not traveled in or through Black Rock Blight in a long time. I do not know what it looks like past there.
Right. Let me go and pull out my map that I made. And I do, because I made one for this very reason. Remind me. So there's the court, but then there's like a whole nother area beyond the court, right? Like,
Yeah, so the court itself had 4 entrances kind of leading into it. 2 of them were on the south side that you had seen after, kind of coming up and in. So those 2 were right next to each other, so you kind of know where those 2 go. There was one to the east, but whenever you had tried to go that northern passage before, that's where you also had seen the gelatinous cubes in that area. So you kind of came back and then went up, and then you haven't gone or seen past the north exit. And then there was more tunnel past those gelatinous cubes, but you had not gone that way yet either. So
Because wasn't there like ghosts or something?
it was those 2 gelatinous cubes that had kind of filled up that tunnel. So you hadn't
really
you
big
weren't
ones
eating-
that we were like, yeah, we don't need to fight them.
Yeah. And then because you were told briefly kind of on your way into the Gold Whisker that the east side of the Gold Whisker Warrens used to lead into that old area, but they had sealed it off once the oozes started coming from there. So you're not sure if that leads into the court or into, north of the court or anywhere like that. You just kind of know that oozes had started finding their way into Gold Whisker from the east as well.
So a valid question then, asking out of character, but a valid question then would be, is the sound coming from the court, obviously, but perhaps an even better question is the sound coming from the hall beyond the court? right? Because that would basically be that whole area past that. So it would mean either it's coming from the court or it's coming from somewhere past that.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So out of character, if we go over there, okay, there's a possibility. Fuck. All right.
All right.
You guys do this. I'm
So-
still enjoying my sleep, so you guys.
Just to be clear, just in case, I mean, we can definitely like do this again, potentially in the morning, if we're not at that point in time already being attacked by a bunch of oozes, right?
The only problem with a commune is that within 24 hours after the first cast, things start to become a little more muddled. The more times you begin to ask and try and ascertain. There is still a potential for more knowledge, but the more we ask, the more we demand of the stones, the less they like to speak.
You could ask a question regardless, and then we could go on it tomorrow regardless. Just do it.
I know.
Nandor, who are you talking
I'm just
to?
saying.
I'm talking in my sleep. What?
Go back to sleep.
All right, I'm
Can
ready.
you guys keep it down out there? I'm trying to sleep for battle tomorrow.
Who said that?
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Ramas.
You hear from down the way, "Aye! Where did Einar go?"
Good lord.
But you, so the elder Gurnik kind of shakes his shoulders out, puts his fingers into the ground as well, and you hear each of the stone shapers begin a faint hum. And a minute passes as they kind of shift their fingers and toes in the dirt. And you can almost, like it's attached to the hum in the back of your mind, feel like a hum in the air as well. But more of like a static charge in the air. And whenever Gurnik Thin looks back up at you, you can see his eyes glow with this faint kind of brownish gold color. Ask her first.
Spirits of the Stone, the first question I have for you is the sound that we're all hearing in the back of our minds what is attracting the oozes?
Yes.
Right. Okay. The second question I have, then, spirits, is that sound coming from beyond the court in... Is it Rockblight? It's in Rockblight, right? Yeah. In Rockblight?
The pudding.
Well,
Well,
the pudding court.
technically, the pudding court is in
Yeah.
Old Blingden Stone.
Old Blingden Stone. So is it coming from the old court building in Old Blingden Stone, or from beyond that? So let me rephrase that into a yes or no. Is that sound coming from beyond from the hallway that leads beyond the old court in Old Blingden Stone? Ha.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Third question time. Don't screw this up.
I have a question.
Hey, Spirit, I got a question.
I got a question. Will you guys shut up?
If we stop the humming, will the oozes go away?
See the head tilt for a moment. There's a kind of a pause before you get back a faint. Yes. Gurnet kind of looks back up at you, his eyes once more the darker color. Did you get your answers?
Yes. I think so. So the noise is definitely attracting the oozes, and it's coming from beyond the court, the hall beyond the court, not the court itself. And if we can stop the noise, the oozes will go away.
The chiefs will want to hear of this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I should probably wake up my friends too. Ramos is going to be so pissed. I turn around and start walking back over to the group. And then I pause at the doorway and I'm like, oh, could you wake the chieftain and his wife and also Chipgrin as well? Because he's surely going to want to know about this too. You know.
Very well. He then kind of takes his stick and you hear a thwack as he gets one of his other stone shapers to get up. It's just like, go.
On a perfectly good side note, we'd be great at Family Feud with those 3 questions. Just letting you know. Very well done, Lucas. Very well done.
So I will head back to the group and wake everybody up. We're gonna have a meeting. Everybody, gather round. We're gonna have a meeting. Everybody.
A meeting? Oh boy.
Yeah, with the chieftain
In the
And his
meeting,
wife.
wait till
I hate that guy.
tomorrow.
and the stone shapers.
I'm sleeping and dreaming of battle right now. Glorious battle. 5 more
Well,
minutes.
if you wake up now, we might be getting to glorious battle even sooner, Rama. So there you go. It's a win-win for you to get up.
Okay. Battle. Let's do this. How we doing?
And I do 100% wake Nandor too.
Hold on. Okay, so before you wake me up, can I change one of my spells?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Can I get rid of sending
wait.
and then?
No, wait.
No,
Bards don't do that. Yeah, never mind.
Ah, damn. Never mind.
not until you level up.
We're this close, Nandor. This
Yes.
close.
He said yes. He said yes.
Because I was like, spellcaster's gonna do that. Wait, no, not all of them.
Wait a minute.
You.
It's been a minute, but not that long, okay?
All right. What's going on, Einar?
So, as I'll gather everyone, including Ront and Eldith. And, I want everybody there.
The twins, topsy-turvy.
The twins, yep.
Okay.
But as we're
The
heading,
twins
and Jim Jar
are-
too. I forced Jim Jar up if he doesn't want to get up because he's tired.
Jim Jar and the twins are staying in a different location than y'all, so you'd have to try and go to where they're all staying at, because the were-rats in the city are kind of staying in a certain area. Like they've got a little housing unit that is kind of made for all of them. And
Is it the
you would
haunted
have to
one?
go to-
Did they give them the haunted house?
Yes, they did.
Maybe.
Yes, they did. It's a dick move, but
Sons of-
yes, they did.
They gotta earn their place, all right?
Yeah, I'll
That's
let
not that's
I'll
just
let
me.
the others wake up, and while they're waking up and getting dressed and everything, I'll go and get Topsy and Turvy and Jim Jar, and then I'll come back. Ultimately, so we're all heading in a group, so I can just explain this one time to them. But
well, as you
heading to
go-
the chieftain's hall
all right.
as a group.
As you go, you find that Jim Jar is not in his abode currently.
Of course.
But you do find Topsy and Turvy already currently walking out, along with Chief Chipgrin and one of the Stone Shapers, as well as another small group of were-rat attachment. And Turvy kind of looks over at you as he kind of walking with the rest and gives a nod and kind of the curious little like shrug and look. He nods and then taps his sister, and the two of them head over.
Take them back over to the others. And before anything else, I look over at Nandor, and I'm like, Nandor, where's Jim Jar?
He's probably already with them.
Okay.
He came back.
Okay.
I didn't leave him behind. He's okay.
I mean, if he's not with everybody else, then we're going to have a problem. But for now, let's all head over to the chieftain's place and I'll explain to you all what's going on. So, Nandor and Jim Jar decided to go and scout where all of the oozes are, the puddings are. And while they were there...
Real quick, since you did walk away for a little bit, Einar, while y'all are getting ready, Ramos and Kregor, you do start about a minute, 2 minutes in. Kregor, you would probably notice first, there is that faint hum that y'all can hear as well. But then fast forward, there you go.
So, well, and then he came over to me, woke me up, and then I went to the Stone Shapers and I told them what was going on, and then they decided to do a group thing where they contacted the spirits of the stone and let me ask 3 questions. So I asked the following 3 questions. I asked, first and foremost, is that sound what's attracting all of the oozes? And they said yes. And then I asked, is the sound coming from beyond?
I whispered to Jim Jar, I think this is a run-on sentence, but it's fine.
And then I asked them, is the sound coming from beyond the courthouse? And they said yes. And then I said, if we stop that sound, will it stop the puddings from, will it send the oozes away? And they said yes. And so my thought is, if we can get a preemptive strike on whatever is causing that noise, or at least attack that while the oozes are marching on the city, then we may be able to stop the oozes from destroying Blingdenstone. And now we're going to talk to the chief and the Stone Shapers and Chief Chingrin and Chipgrin, and it's a thing.
I'll save you the trouble. Just tell me who I have to kill to sleep.
I mean, let's be honest, Ramos. There are a lot of people that you're going to have to kill before you're able to truly sleep.
Just one night. One night.
Did anybody hear that hum?
Yeah,
What do you mean
that's what we're talking about.
Oh, that hum.
That's the one.
Oh, no, okay, I was kind of concerned because, I mean, my head just does that sometimes, but yeah, this one sounded a little bit different, so... Okay, that hum. Gotcha.
That's tinnitus you're referring to. That's from all the times you've been hit in the head.
I swear to you, whoever's humming shall taste the end of this axe. So I can finally rest.
Anyways, let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
So we'll head to the chieftain's lodge and basically recount the story and explain. By the way, is Jim Jar there?
As y'all make your way there, you do actually find, as you kind of look in through the main entrance hall, that Jim Jar is currently there, along with, a few others who are starting to arrive as well, and is currently kind of sitting on the edge of Chief Daggermatic's desk, kicking his feet, having a conversation.
See, I told you he was alive.
Well, there's this weird humming noise that's attracting strange creatures. You never know what that could be doing to somebody's head.
Hold on, are you sure? Are you sure that's Jim? Hold on, let me just... Jimmy! Did he look?
You just see his shoulders slump.
I don't think that's him.
Kind of whack him in the head.
Never heard of him.
You then kind of hear out this kind of sarcastic, and introducing our illustrious prisoners of Fate-assery. And you kind of see everyone look over, and they're like, "Wait, what? Oh." As Jim Jar kind of looks over, it's just like, "Come on, boys."
If anyone
And
has something smart
girls.
to say, better not say it now.
Down, boy. Down, boy. Down, boy.
I mean,
I'm
technically
extra
speaking,
pissed.
we prefer that everybody said smart things right now rather than not smart things.
Hi, I'm Craig. Gore.
And this is Mini Craig.
So I will, once everybody's gathered, I will recount the story for everybody.
Alrighty.
One more time.
Easy enough to do.
And then
Nandor starts like
by the
nodding
way,
off.
I don't know if you noticed Craigor, but in your biography, it does have your Tiny Craig's stats.
Ah, yes,
Just
I
by the way.
do. I see that.
So,
Tiny
you know,
Craig.
Craig's a
Keep in
fighter.
He's
mind.
growing up. He's growing up.
Look at him go.
but yeah, so all of y'all then enter in, and you can see each of the leaders kind of, and with faces of seriousness and concentration as you recount what you've learned, and also you can sense the faint distractedness of them just because of that steady hum in the back of their minds that they're not used to. But whenever you finish, Chipgrin kind of goes, "Well, that's definitely enough terrible around here. Our deal stands, Chief." And Daggermatic gives a nod and he goes, all right. So, do we have a plan then for how we want to go about this? Because we're in this. We've got our terms set out. And I'd rather get rid of this shit.
Well, I know that there were other passages leading into Old Blingdenstone besides the one that we can take right now, leading past the stone golem things. You know, the one in Blight Rock. Blight Rock? Yeah, that's right. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Blingdenstone?
The one they took to scout the place. So, if we can get around that whole, like, court full of terrible, oozy badness and get past that, that's where we ultimately need to go to get to wherever the source of this humming is. Now, there was an eastern passage that you sealed off when the oozes started coming. So, could we unseal that passage and take that around to the back of Old Blingdenstone? Or maybe there's a way through the...
It is possible. We don't have the big fancy doors that they have built in this side of Blingdenstone, so it will just take a little bit of time, but with enough people, I believe we could probably have it done in a few hours.
Right. Okay. So, if we can clear that passage, then our group could go into the back of Old Blingdenstone and attack whatever is causing the oozes to gather, which hopefully would prevent them from coming this way, but if they did, your armies would still be prepared to fight them.
Aye. And then Chief Daggermatic kind of calls up and goes, well, I mean, if you all are going up through that way, one thing we can do is sort of, well, provide a distraction. Between us, we've got enough forces to at least give a bit of a, sustained siege, attack on the court and everything, provide enough noise and sound that while the unearthing is happening, you all, they will all mostly be, well, you know, distracted with us. And it keeps them far from the city during that time. And
That
then he
could
looks
work.
over.
I look at
at,
Ramos. Technically sound.
Cheap Grin also go or Cheap Grin. Chip Grin also goes. Well, if that's the case, we will. We will still leave a bit of our own people on our side, just in case there are an amount that we are unprepared for. I will not leave our warrens completely undefended.
How big is the passageway between that leads out of your warrens into Old Blingdenstone? How wide is that passage?
It varies between 10 to 20 feet wide.
How wide is it at the entrance where you'd be uncovering the path? 10 feet?
That one is actually 20. There are 2 splits beforehand, and instead of caving both, we just caved the beginning of each.
Right. Makes sense. Okay. Yeah. There's no good way unless we seal it back up behind us, which, I mean, I'd rather not do. But, I don't know. Thoughts? I turn to the group.
Yes.
What he said.
Still half asleep, just good plan. Good plan.
Yeah, we should probably do it soon. Sooner rather than later. That way we could just end this. I'm assuming it's gonna be us 4. Ron, Eldith, the twins, Jim Jar?
The twins kind of give a shake of their head, and they go, well, I'll be, on our side, making sure that none of them come through. So I'll be with some of the reserve force. And Jim Jar off on the side goes, and I'll be with our chief in the main force, keeping him alive.
Jim Jar, would you do it for 10 gold?
No, not this fight. If he's going in, I'm going to go in with him.
Yeah, I can't really argue with him on that one. I mean,
Yeah, you really can.
Yeah.
All right.
We all have our
but the
positions.
6 of us will go.
As Eldith and Ron just kind of exchange a look with y'all and just give a nod.
Nudge Eldith a little bit on the shoulder. I'm like, eh?
She gives you the sportsman pat on the butt.
We all
The
have
little
our
pinch
roles. Let's go play them.
I too slap Einar's butt.
Doesn't know what he's doing, just does it for fun, just
All right, let's go, team.
All right.
Sports, yeah.
I like sports.
All right. Then this is the
So-
plan.
Chip Grin then nods.
We should.
and
Are
makes a
we?
motion to one of his aides, who then begins to head off towards the warren to inform and begin the excavation.
Are you going to begin the assault on the court while they're doing the excavating, or to cover up the sound of the excavation? Is that what you said?
The chief gives a bit of a nod. Well, yes, that is the plan. I would like to, once as they get their forces ready, we are about to go and find Sark and, well, get our own martial forces ready, as well as he motions to the stone shapers. With your effort, now we can get our elementals ready as well, so that it will be a little bit of a less pain on our own forces.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I imagine within about half hour, we shall all be ready. Luckily, we have been preparing this for a few days, so most of our soldiers are in a natural state of readiness and anxiety. They also want this to just be over.
Well, sounds like we got a plan. Let's do it.
Let's do it. What are we doing?
Don't worry, I'll tell you all on the way. And I turn and start walking. And as I'm going, I'm like, so what happened was, and I recount the whole story again.
One more time. One more time for everyone.
This time I include what was discussed at the Chiefs meet.
You're telling me the part that I told you?
Yep. 100%.
Good lord.
All right. So, where would y'all like to head? As you know, it's going to take about a half hour for both sides to kind of get ready for the excavation, to do so in a timely and efficient way, as well as the soldiers to get ready for their assault in through Rockblight and up against the Pudding Court.
Are any shops open right now?
There are a few that are open, but you do kind of, as you look through them, you can see that also a lot of the soldiers are kind of getting anything that they're thinking of, like last minute things that they might need. And...
I was thinking about like health potions and whatnot.
Okay.
And dynamite.
Good lord.
Asking around, they are currently out of health potions, as they have been kind of put towards those who are going to be fighting on that front line already. So,
Of course.
Okay. Well,
Let's take a quick stock then. Who has health potions right now?
I got 2.
I have
got
one potion of healing,
I have 2 greater healing potions.
and I have a healer's kit.
I have none.
We're so screwed.
So, give the light healing potion to Kregor. Give one of the heavier healing potions to Ramas. I have
Ramas.
magic. And then you have magic, Nandor. So we'll be able to use those to make sure everybody's able to get healing quickly if they need it. Only use the healing potions if somebody's brought down.
I'm holding
Don't
the
just
healing
quaff
potion
one.
to my lips right now.
Don't just quaff them at random. Wait until somebody's actually unconscious and give it to them.
Got it.
So I toss one
will
over to
focus
Roma's.
on
Also, then I'm
healing.
missing the wand of visage on my end.
I will focus on healing people who are conscious and in battle. And devote my magic to that. Bear in mind that I have that gas spell that I can use. Which is the only magic that I have of that school, of that level. So it's the only spell I can cast in that particular set of spells. Therefore, if we need it, it's always going to be there.
How many times can you cast it?
Once.
Okay. I was thinking if you could do it multiple times, you could set it up at different areas.
Yes,
Yeah.
if only. Unfortunately, only once, but it does have a 30-foot radius and it lasts for 10 minutes.
Yes.
So it's a good spell, just only can use it one time. Yeah. Everybody's armor look good? Everybody's weapons okay? Do Ront and Eldith have any potions?
They do not currently. Eldith has a healer's kit, but she does not have potions.
I'm debating whether I should keep my potion or not, or just keep it just in case somebody goes down.
I am going to give the Crystal of Elemental Summoning to Ramus.
All right.
Is that the sand dude?
No, it's one of
Oh.
the Earth Elementals.
Okay, gotcha.
But do I have to attune to it or
No.
no?
You just
No,
smash
it's
it, right?
literally just throw it on the ground and smash it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's with concentration that it stays on our side, right?
I don't remember that being
no.
part of it.
I don't think
No?
so.
I don't think so.
No.
That's with a
It's-
normal like summon elemental.
Okay, gotcha.
but, yeah, I don't believe so with those. So.
So yeah, I got a
see.
bodyguard with me.
Woo!
2 tanks. Let's do it.
So the thing that I will do as well is I will go to, before we head out, I'm going to go to the priests and find out if they have any scrolls of curing that they could give me.
Okay.
I can't remember if scrolls in this, actually, I can't remember if scrolls are single use or not.
They are.
They are, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And going to them, they do mention they have a few prepared that they've been able to do kind of over the course of the last few days. And it's less of a scroll and more of they have a spell gem that they imbue it in. Because, down here they use spell gems. Sorry. And they do mention that most of these are backups in case of wounded during the fight, but they might be able to spare one for 25 gold just to remake on the supplies.
Okay.
I
Gregor?
would say I would be with him and I would give him 25 gold.
Gregor?
Yeah, someone say my name?
Yeah, could you come over here for a second?
Oh, yeah, sure thing. I'm on. What's up?
Can I borrow 25 gold?
You can have all of it.
Oh, okay. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate that.
For some reason, it says I have no money.
Bad investment.
What did I do with that? What did I do with that money? Oh, yeah,
I'll give here. I'll give.
I already paid.
You,
I already
you
paid.
didn't
I
do
spent it
anything
on-
with your money.
I spent
we
it on
just got our
shoes.
character sheets wiped.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I already paid.
Somehow or another, someone pays them 25 gold.
There you
for
go.
this job.
Hey, yeah.
I got it. I got it. We're good. Gregor, you broke motherfucker.
I don't know what happened there. I mean, I had to buy some stuff for Craig, and
I mean, I legitimately have no gold. I know I have no gold because I gave all of my gold to Eldith so that she could buy gear.
I only have 80 left.
little did I know that everybody was just giving me paper money because they knew it would have no value.
We gave them monopoly money. Straight
Yeah.
up.
Literally just a bunch of IOUs, man.
Or
Just a
random
rock.
pieces of paper.
Just a rock with
paper
some face
cord
carved
with,
on
like,
it. Yeah.
5. Here you go. Go take it to the nice lady and see what you can get. Okay, Gregor. There you go.
I got one piece of gum.
No, but I can draw you a picture.
Exactly.
That's how he's gotten everything so far, man.
Right, so I will
But,
buy that from them.
Right?
I
And it
assume that
is-
works as a scroll, so it has to be me
Yeah,
that
yeah.
uses it.
It is a level 2 cure wounds.
Can I add that myself?
You should be able to.
That's fine.
You can just throw it under consumables or whatever have you. It's got the little add button. I don't know if it shows up on your side.
Yeah, 1 second. Level 2, so that's 40, or is it cure wounds? So it's
Cure wounds.
2d8.
So it's 2d8, and it'll be for scrolls. Does it still use the original thing for that, or does it go to? Because it's usually wisdom modifier.
I don't know.
I don't know if they use it for your thing. Okay, yeah, so it's for whatever class that you're in. So for you, it'll be charisma, but if it's somebody who doesn't cast magic, it would be, like the base, like wisdom. So
And does it take an action to use that?
yes, it does. All right. And anything else for y'all in this sort of half-hour downtime that you have of gathering and preparing for this next lay?
I'm gonna write a letter. Hopefully
Easy enough.
to my father, and I'm gonna give it to either Topsy or Turvy and tell him where to take it. And then find somebody that can deliver it, really, if I don't make it out of here.
Kind of holds it in her hand. Topsy looks it over and then looks back up at you. I'll do this for you, but you're gonna make it, so I'm not gonna worry about it. She kind of puts it into the vest pocket.
And I'm gonna go give old Ron a good, talk and be like, let's do this. Let's ride.
How long until we
For the clan.
how long until we start moving? Like, do we have?
The afternight.
It's a half hour before the operation begins.
Okay.
I will still have the time to wait of like the excavation happening, and all of that. But half hour till all of that starts. So.
Never mind.
No. All right.
I think that's all we
So
could really
then-
do.
All right. So then, do y'all kind of head up to the Warrens to join those in the excavation team?
Yep.
Yep.
Though
All right.
not helping necessarily with excavating.
Yeah, they've got plenty of people for that.
Okay, good.
You guys are doing it. Great job. Keep it up. Keep it up.
They need that bardic inspiration, So,
Play them a
y'all-
song. Play them a digging song.
Dig,
Dig
dig,
the
dig,
Dig a
dig,
tunnel,
dig.
dig a
Dig a
tunnel.
tunnel.
Dig 'em up.
What was that?
Baby. Dig 'em up.
Quick before the hyenas come.
It's the song from Holes.
I don't know why the first song that came to my head was the digging song from Pocahontas. I don't have any. I have no idea.
For me, it
Okay,
was
I got-
Lion
It's
King.
because you have 2
1.5.
girls. That's why.
Yeah,
Lion
it's
King.
probably
Two
why.
little girls. That's why. Disney
mine
version.
was, Snow White, the dwarves. So, but all right. With that,
We all went in
song in
different
all of y'all's
directions.
hearts. You begin to make your way up to the Warrens, and along the way, you do pass the staging area outside of the entrance to Rockblight. And within, you can see the rows of deep gnomes now in their dark tinted metal armors, leathers for some. You can see the giant badgers now sort of armored with leather and chain as well, with their harnesses next to the Beastmasters. Up towards the front, you can see Sark along with a few stone shapers, though no Gurnik there, as well as the chieftain who is currently kind of talking to all of them. What are you going to say, Nandor?
Do any of the soldiers look like they're not ready for this?
All of them.
There are a handful of soldiers who look like they may not have, been in as many battles or had to survive as much in the Underdark, so they don't have that sort of rugged, I can handle anything look that a majority of these have in here. and they're looking a little bit more nervous.
Okay, so I'm gonna give bardic inspiration to the chief, and I'm gonna tell him, why don't you give them a speech to inspire them, and so they won't be scared shitless.
Y'all are walking through. He's actually like mid-speech as well.
It's like I can
Like
give a
he's already talking to them all,
All right.
and everything, kind of
So I'm-
doing the whole.
Hey,
We traveled
you
from
just-
all across the Underdark.
Nandor just shouts, "Yeah!"
Yeah, bardic inspiration. You got this.
Roll me a d8.
A D8.
Yeah.
God.
It's
Okay.
either gonna be he's like, all right, or he's gonna be like, what are you doing? I'm in the middle of a speech here.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's in the middle of the speech. He's like, "Some of you may die," and Nandor goes, "Yeah."
Yeah, that's pretty much where the timing was for that.
I just gently wrap my arm around Nandor and just keep walking, like lowering my head as I go.
And I whisper to Ramus, "What a moron!"
Do I hear him?
No, you don't. It's just between me and him.
Roll me a stealth, Gregor.
Get a load of this guy.
Talk about bad timing.
Yeah, that was
Hey,
good. That was good.
no, he's good. I'm just gonna give him like a quick little knuckle, like, you right.
Yeah, so the few who are kind of around you like suddenly look up towards you, Nandor, as you're kind of being led away, and you see the chief who's kind of like, and it will be wonderful. You will just decimate all of these people, and we will finally reclaim our home. And,
I whisper to Einar, it's not. They're not people. They're rouses.
Just let him have it, big guy. Just let him have it.
I just bring my other hand over and put it on his lips and go, "Shh, it's okay, I know. Let's just go."
And you all each then make your way up to the warrens themselves. Kind of the old doors that were there are already open, with a few guards in the area that allow you passage through. And as you all kind of make your way to the right, instead of the path that you had gone before to the chief's hall, one of the guards kind of leads you that way and tells you to walk specifically as he does, as along these side passages as a secondary caution. He taps the ground in one area that y'all are walking by, and you see this about 5-foot hole drop of a pitfall, as he just says, "Now, make sure you follow me correctly. I don't want to have to drag any of you out of these as well." And he kind of leads y'all through a small winding path through those side tunnels till you arrive at the area where the excavation will begin. There are a few more just past here, as this is where the actual rubble is, that will begin prepping out, or begin cleaning out the area over there. And you can see kind of the wheelbarrows and other supplies that they have on hand to make it an easier process. They all kind of look at you and then look back at each other as you hear echoing throughout this cave, distant but strong, the deep baritone of a war horn. Oh.
Only we could have heard that.
I didn't want to peek out.
It peeked out. Or it peeked out. I don't know what exactly.
It was good.
There you go.
There
And that's where we're going to take a quick break
Ooh.
before we get into all this epic.
I was about to say, I really have to go to the bathroom. This
Very
is-
nice. All right, guys, we'll be right back with some more Heathens and Heroes. All right, bye. Hold on. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Heathens and Heroes, episode 28, part 2. Well, kind of. I mean, when I'm just going to quit talking. Matt, take it away.
All right, where we left off is y'all heard the distant sound of the battle horn, beginning the siege of Old Plingtonstone and the Pudding Court. As this sound goes on, you all also begin to hear what had started as that hum in the back of your mind raises in pitch to where it is now almost like a very faint choir kind of going on in the back of your mind that for a moment seems like it's just going to rise to a crescendo to cause your head this immense pain, but before it can get to that stage it immediately dies and drops down. But you are here, just kind of now only listening to the of the were-rats nearby, beginning to use their tools and digging in to the collapsed side that is over here, as they start to try and create an opening for you. As this is going on, is there anything y'all would like to do as you're kind of now here in this prep stage? Anything you want to do to help, or just gonna kind of wait and see what happens?
Fuck.
You got this.
I will use Mage Hand to like pick up stones that are like 10 pounds or less, and move them for the people.
Easy enough. All right. And so you kind of, as one-handedly, it's just like, here you go, guys. Here you go. Here you go.
I'm going to use Mantle of Inspiration and just kind of like sing a tune to inspire my allies. How many can I do?
All of them.
I think up to 6.
If you sing a special song,
Minimum of 1 each of them gain.
yes.
Equal to my charisma modifier.
Okay.
Goddard knows.
Oh, yeah, man.
He got it.
Yeah, you sing that song. Maybe Matt will let it inspire everybody.
Which one's the modifier? The one on the right or left?
Left.
It's not. Okay, so 4.
The smaller number.
Oh yeah, left.
All right. So, that's easy enough to do, as the ones actually, digging out the debris, there's only 4 of them. So you just quickly inspire as they get that, and then there are the ones who are kind of behind them who are like taking all the debris that they've gotten out. No, you're not doing that.
Hold on. Can I do it like multiple times?
You're using Mantle of Inspiration.
Yeah.
Is a bonus action. You can it's at the cost of 1 of your bardic inspiration, so you can do it up to 4 times.
And then take a short rest.
3
And
times.
gain it back.
And this is gonna. You said it was gonna take like 30 minutes, or how long for them to do this?
It could take about 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how long or how bad it is. Where it collapsed, they kind of have to survey that as they're going, so it could take a little while. Or
Because so I want to inspire like basically everyone here, like to give everyone like a 5 temp hit points as well.
Okay.
And I was wondering if this could count as a short rest as well.
Depending on how long they take,
30 minutes is short.
you need an hour.
You need an hour. All right, so I'm going to use Mantle of Inspiration on our group and them, I guess. So I'll use like what?
Because you can do 4 of them. If
I'll
you're
use 3.
including okay. Have your 2 birdies over here as well. Let me double check, make sure this is good.
All right, there you go. Yeah, I'm gonna rest.
Got
Hopefully, I
Ed.
could get a short rest.
They're down here as well. So.
Take an hour. Take an hour. Take an hour.
All
Don't
right.
need to push yourselves too much, guys. Just take it easy, one at a time.
So for about a minute, you play a good a ditty, tossing a coin to your were rat, and each of them feels invigorated. They kind of start moving to the sound of your pipe of sewers or whatever instrument you muster up.
And also, everyone here gets 5 temp hit points. So
Correct.
increase yours by 5 temporarily.
I'm sorry, increase what?
Your hit points are up by 5.
In the
temporarily.
bottom left of your hit points, it has a temp plus temp. You can put 5 right there. So, or you can also put it, like that.
My bad. That's the only way. That's the worst way I can win.
It works.
Both Topsy and Turvy are staying here, right?
Yes, they're staying behind to guard this area once you guys move through.
So, quick question for you. When I'm casting a spell, even like a ritual spell, I can move while casting, right?
I think for a ritual, you have to like stay in the area.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you have to completely stand still, but I always imagine it's very small area depending on where you're working, because you have to set out everything for the ritual and all that stuff. So
I am going to begin casting the alarm ritual.
okay. And where would you like to set the alarm?
I'm going to set it inside, as far inside, the 30 feet inside of the cavern that I can, once they're done clearing it. So basically, I'll just hold it
Okay.
to finalize the casting of it until
Also,
they're done
after
clearing
they-
it.
Also, I just want to point this out as well. Also, from the Mantle of Inspiration, whoever I cast it on can immediately use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So keep that in mind.
I move 30 feet.
yeah. Because it's
Another
technically
30 feet.
As a
It's technically
reaction,
now.
being
Okay.
so well
Yeah,
inspired.
yeah. But for the workers, basically what that just means is they start digging a little faster, during the song.
That's fine. Okay.
So, all right. So then, you all are there. You begin to ritually cast as you prepare, and the 10 minutes goes by easy enough, and you're just holding it now for the moment till the archway's done. All right. And Nandor, you take to the side to get a little rest and relaxation while you can, as they are digging, and you can see that the way they dig is in a way to keep it all from re-collapsing in. As you can see, they had to use a little bit of mix of magic and together probably stolen dynamite to completely collapse this area. And so the roof and wall is not as structurally sound as it once was. But they do make good time within that first half hour. As you start to move up to the second half hour, you can start to see the beginning portion of where that archway is going to be, as they're getting a few of the stronger stones and also kind of setting them up in a way that it will create an arch and actually act as a little bit of support, just to make it easy for people to go in and out of, since they're not trying to clear the whole space. So they continue on, and the second or the first hour passes, so you do get your short rest if you need it. I imagine Nandor's the only one right now.
I actually don't regain it unless it's a long rest, so.
Okay. Well, then you rest regardless and feels good.
Yeah.
So then, going into the third half hour, you can hear a little bit of sound starting to pierce through as they punch through to the other side, and there's just this bit of a hole, a little bit bigger than fist in diameter, that you can start to hear the echoes of battle through. Distant.
Can I see that the 30 feet range into that through that hole?
Go ahead and make me a perception check. As they are still kind of working in and around it, so you kind of have to peer through them and everything. Currently working on
Working
on widening. So you see nothing. No, I'm joking.
I see everything.
You are blind, my good sir. Just absolutely blind.
You see so much, it is just the end. So you said how much distance you got?
I can cast it up to 30 feet away, so I'm going to be as close as I can to not interfere with their work, but still be close to the hole. And as soon as I can see through, I want to go ahead and cast it.
And you're trying to cast it like on the ground outside of it, or
yeah, into the area in the tunnel.
Okay.
As far down the tunnel, 30 feet down the tunnel as I can.
Okay. You kind of angle yourself up a little bit, and with your limited, or actually, I think you have a pretty good dark vision. 60 feet, yeah. You can still see a bit of that ground, as there's no lighting on the other side or anything that kind of sticks out, but you do find a space probably about 10 to 15 feet past where the archway is, where you can just make a faint movement with your hand, and that translucent silver thread begins to appear across. Successfully placed.
Cool. And I will designate our party as not being triggers for it. I will also designate all of the people from the rat warrens that I can see, including Topsy and Turvy.
Okay.
But I will
dig
make it an
team.
audible alarm.
Okay.
Whole
All
dig
right.
crew.
So then, with alarm set, you feel good, and you can then, as you're kind of taking a step back, you all hear this deep reverberation of a, and you can see even in the roof of this area and the debris here, a little bit of sediment and dust kind of falls and shakes loose, and each of the diggers take their tools and set them up against bracing the wall itself. It seems like the earth elementals are definitely in the fight, but you take another moment back, and now kind of hearing that distant din of battle, you can feel the anxiety of the moment, the pressure, the buildup of it, as before it was fairly quiet, but now there's that faint ding, and as there's just squelching and hits against stone and screams of caustic pain. There's stuff going on over there for sure. As you start to approach the fourth and probably final half hour, as they're starting to widen that hole where it's big enough that a deep gnome could squeeze through there, but not y'all's party yet. You begin to hear. What does your alarm sound like?
It sounds like a bell, just like a handbell ringing. Ding, ding,
You hear
ding,
that
ding,
ding 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 ding. And
Bring out the dead.
yep. For some of it reminds you of the good old church days you skipped, and for others it reminds me of the plague doctors. But you begin to hear the ding 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 ding
Things
as
approaching in the tunnel.
the diggers kind of look back to you, and a few of them take a step back as one of them looks in and immediately recoils afterward as you see him back up. There is this almost hit against him of this yellow gold colored something that Nandor you had seen before, and I believe all of y'all had seen briefly of whenever you visited the court. And as the diggers kind of each back up, they all kind of run past y'all for the moment and just be like, we'll widen up once it's taken care of. And you see kind of squeezing its way through, its body shifting and shaking as it does. One ochre jelly coming through.
Eldritch Blast.
Yep. So go ahead and roll me your attack for that, and then I'm gonna need some initiatives. Mm.
25 and 18 hit.
Yep.
All right, so I talked with Matt over this. So it's basically this Eldritch Blast. It comes from Dawn, right? And with Dawn being the way that she is right now, it's like this purple, like black light with like a hint of sun in the middle. So that's what's coming out. So I essentially get the power from Dawn, but it's not fully there without being like a Patreon or yeah. Okay. 4 and a 3, 7 damage.
All right. So the two faded sun blasts just out from his hand, almost seemingly kind of evaporating and shooting from the gem embedded in him as they streak past y'all and into this creature as the jelly just kind of the hits impacting against it before it fully enters into the room. Its tentacles or pseudopods just kind of stretching out frantically as Ront starts us off in combat. So, Mr. Ramos, as per usual, what would you like Mr. Ront to do going forward?
Uh-oh.
Really hoping I'd go first before Ron. I had my whole mood set ready to go. He's going to look at me, I'm going to look at him, give him the nod, and get as close as he can to land a striking attack and see what he can do before.
20 feet gets him right in front. And
I can't see which way it's coming from. Like
this way.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the problem with a human without dark vision in the Underdark.
So he will attack.
All right.
Just a quick attack and then kind of defensively like revert back.
All right. So first attack does make it and deals 13 points of damage with his greatsword. And boop. Fortunately, the Mr. Man doesn't have a multi-attack yet and just puts it all into one swing. So, and did you want him to stay there or fall back a little?
If he falls back, that's an opportunity to attack, right? Don't you do that to me, Matt. It really is, yeah. He'll stay there for a little bit.
Alright.
Oh, fuck.
Followed up is Turvy. That is just going to shoot with a hand crossbow. Bam! That does hit for 4 points of damage. one of the fellow were-rats is just going to help the NPCs kind of to the back and safe areas, keeping them out of range and making sure nothing gets past them.
No fun.
While then next is the jelly.
Uh-oh. Oh, Ron.
It is actually sorry, I forgot about abilities. So after Ron's attack, you see this creature as it's kind of cleaved partially. The other half of it that was cleaved off begins to form up into one of its own. So,
But did it get smaller?
it does seem smaller.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Fuck.
So, it is now the Ochre's turn, both of them. So, one is that was originally hit by Ront, is going to try and strike out with a pseudopod. And just misses with his fancy new armor. So he ducks under and it strikes against the shoulder piece of the armor, and you can hear that faint of the sizzle from the acid of its nature, but does not seem to get through. Whereas the second one is going to strike out at Turvy as it just kind of lands and then stretches out to one of the nearest things close to it. A 13 does hit, dealing 13 points of damage. And then Nandor comes to you.
Fuck. Okay. Would they be affected by poison spray? I don't
Certainly
know.
can try.
Okay, how much okay, so this is 2d10, and then if I do the whip, that would be how much? 1d6 each. Okay. Because I don't want to waste my spells on this thing because it's
Yeah.
all right.
To find out.
It's the gatekeeper.
All right, so I'm gonna back up here, so essentially like 5 feet away,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast again
All right.
on this one,
All right.
the separate entity that just came off.
14 and 22 hit.
Oh shit! All right, but oh shit!
Very nice. Very nice. So with that, the first one, shotguns a part of it off, and it's now this kind of little quivering mass that's left. And as it just sort of stretches out to try and hit something, you hit it with the second one, just kind of splattering it against the wall and floor. Blept.
Oh my god. Okay. It hit her, right?
Yes.
Sure. Oh, then again. All right. No, that's fine. All right. That should end my turn. I'm just gonna say, Ron, be careful.
You just hear the faint. And Kragoa.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take this time and charge up my dagger. I don't think there's gonna be anything I can really do to this guy.
Craig,
Okay.
attack!
I would send Craig, but I feel like he would just get eaten and die immediately.
Your venom, if you put on your dagger, only lasts a minute.
That's also true. Yeah, no,
Oh, wait.
that's just what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do. I think I'm just gonna let everybody else kind of handle this one.
Okay.
But they shoot it. The bolt worked, right?
I thought
Yeah.
the
Crossbow.
it did. I thought it. Oh
No,
It worked.
it was the sword slash that caused it to cleave in two.
And then
no,
they
I knew
shot
that.
it.
I thought that he shot the crossbow and it didn't really do much. I guess I missed that. Oh no. Okay, I see here. Yeah. Okay, never
It's
mind.
just mini damage.
Yeah.
He didn't do a lot of damage.
Well,
so.
then you know what? that's a good point. Well then here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use Medusa's longbow
Focus.
and shoot this guy over here with my longbow.
Alrighty. By the way, you are not proficient in longbow.
That's all right. That's okay.
Thought he was.
That's all right.
I was looking at it in drow or not. You have to be high elf or wood elf.
That's okay. Watch this. Oh damn.
That hit though.
It does.
Is that with proficiency?
Nice.
That
It
is
is.
with proficiency, but
Even a 10 hits. So.
Okay.
Damage. Do I have any bonus on this? I don't think I do, right?
Well, they're
Um,
engaged.
It is engaged, so you will get your sneak attack. And it, has its extra damage.
It's 1d6, right?
Yes. I think you get 3d6
Oh,
at your level.
no, 1d8 plus 2d6 plus 3d6.
Yeah.
Slower.
So 1d8 plus 5d6.
Good lord.
All right.
is that right? Yeah, that's
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Good stuff, Craig. Good stuff.
So with that,
Huzzah! I'm sorry.
you completely penetrate this thing. The arrow going straight through it, kind of leaving that hole in it as it goes. And you can see that bit of poison from across the arrow kind of seeping into the yellow gold color as it quivers for a moment before just falling in gloops onto the ground. They are defeated.
Good.
I didn't use
any spells.
And the others kind of looking from behind, don't really see much movement and call out, "Is it safe?"
Yes.
Does the alarm spell reactivate? Or
I
is it once
believe
it's used,
it's-
it's used?
Yeah. I think once something triggers it, it dissipates.
Yeah, but it'll be 10 minutes before I can get another alarm set up. Hold on. I'll start casting it.
All right. Do. No, I mean, it doesn't say anything about it being,
Like a single use.
yeah, it just says it lasts 8 hours, so I imagine it would still be there. So,
Okay. Well, then in that
yeah,
case,
I think-
I don't
I
say
think
that.
you're fine. So,
The alarm will ring again if something's getting close.
the were rats kind of look to each other, nod, and then quickly begin to make their way up. Don't worry, it should be just a few more minutes now, and we'll have it open for you.
I'm gonna
As
move up to Turvy and use a healing kit on her to try and neutralize any acid and wrap the wounds.
all right. She's got, just a little bit of damage. Oh, this unfocus. I need this thing to autofocus, and it just annoys me so much. Just do it. No. Hey, there it goes. Much better. All right. So the others begin to widen and open up the area, kind of chiseling at it and taking the larger stones and adding in a few extra supports that they had brought with them as well to just make this quick tunnel for y'all to go through. And excuse me. And it only takes them about 20 minutes or so to completely open it up. And towards the end of that 20 minutes, at about the 15-minute mark, you do hear ding, 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 and they begin to fall back a little bit. But after a moment of waiting, nothing comes through. But they do then manage to finish out the tunnel and prep it, and then look back to y'all and go, this is about as much as we can do now to make it safe without, further widening and everything, but it should be enough for each of you to go through.
Righto. The alarm will stay up for another, what would it be, 6 hours now? 7 hours now?
Seven
Well,
hours.
so it would be about 7. Yep.
The alarm will be up for another 7 hours, and it won't trigger if one of us is coming through. So if you see somebody coming and the alarm doesn't go off, it's us. If not, it's somebody else.
All right. We've got some ways to collapse the tunnel if necessary, but we're going to keep it open for you just in case.
As best you can. Worst case scenario, we do have an earth elemental that we can call, so...
Then best of luck.
Right. Krigor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Krigor, take the lead. Stealthy.
You got it. I just disappeared in the shadows.
Ramos behind him, 10 feet.
Okay.
Nandor and I will stay in the middle, and Eldith, you can bring up the rear.
Right. So then,
We move.
Krigor, would you like to roll me a stealth?
Absolutely. Stealth. Ooh.
All right. You you hope that you are super stealthy right now. And
I hope
Mission
I'm
Impossible
super
theme song.
You're Kronk right now. You're Kronk right now.
that hum that I heard earlier is just it's banging right now, So you squeeze your way through the tunnel. It's still a bit short for you taller folks, and your minotaur horns definitely kind of catch it every now and then, so you kind of gotta your way through. But you come out on the other side, give a quick look around, and go ahead, Krigor, since you are first one through, roll me a perception check.
You got it. As everybody knows, I'm very perceptive. Yeah. See?
You actually are. So, having heard the alarm go off earlier, your first instinct is kind of scan the inner area of the room, and nothing within the first 30, 40 feet of this extended tunnel catches your attention. Nothing moving abnormally on the walls or ceiling. Everything seems pretty bare, and you can see in the distance, 100 or so feet from wherever you stand, there is this faint orange glow, right? I know. I pass it on, my bad. And of what you know to be some of the fluorescent fungi that grows in the Underdark. Not quite torchlight with the wavering that it normally does, just this consistent low glow in the distance. And you take a few steps, inviting the rest to follow as one by one you all squeeze through. Ramos, definitely a little tight for you with your armor and shield and big two-hand weapons and shit, You kind of have to underarm some of it as you go through.
Never easy for the tank. It's okay.
But you each all make it out to the other side, And Kragor, as you make your way up a little bit more ahead of the others, you can see the faint bit of ruins up ahead. Part of what seems to be old Blingden stone that has been lost and weathered to time. A tall pillar that it looks like it's corroded in varying areas on the verge of falling apart. One that is knocked over and has become this just pile of debris next to a set of stairs that leads up to about a 5-10 foot tall little raised earthen section of this cave where you can see the destroyed walls and remains of another building that has lost its original purpose, or the idea of what its purpose was. It's basically just the foundations of what was there. But there, across the steps, you can see this stretched out pudding of an ooze similar to the one you just fought, as well as one kind of moving through the the orange light, kind of at the edge of the light, this other strange gray colored ooze that is there.
Gray colored ooze.
Maybe different colors mean different ranks.
Congratulations.
I'm
son.
gonna.
You're now agreeing with.
Matt,
Hmm?
can you fix my perception?
Maybe old bits.
Can I? Can I start walking up the wall
Oh, wait, no, you had 60, right?
stealthily?
Roll
There
a
we go.
stealth.
That's your actual perception. Yes, what he said.
He said stealthily, so that's the first thing that came to mind.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hope you're stealthed. But
Alright,
there are
so-
a few kind of looser, what you can tell as corroded rocks that are on the area that off to the side.
You said it was.
How high is this up, by the way?
In the mouth of this right now, just in this tunnel, it is about 15-20 feet tall. Within the room itself, it looks like it can get up to about 30 to 40 feet tall.
And do I see any oozes or anything on the walls?
Make me a perception.
God damn it.
While he's doing that, can I cast Fairy Fire?
You may. So, with a 14, you don't see any sort of oozes or, the moving creatures up top the wall or on the walls. But looking up to the roof, you do see that there are these very strange, it's like a dull, vibrant, like a highlighter color that has kind of lost some of its, vibrancy to it. There are just these splotches in different areas on the roof. Doesn't look like any fungus you've seen before.
I'm trying to cast it, by the way, but it's usage configuration error. It says you have no available first level spell slots.
I see why. Yeah, because it's a once a day thing, so I didn't set those. There you go.
And I can set it anywhere, right? So
Within 60 feet of you.
within 60 feet of me, and then does this 20 feet by 20 feet? Is that how tall is this as well? Does it outline anything like up on the ceiling?
Yeah, it's a 20-foot cube, so if it
Okay.
reaches up to the ceiling,
okay.
it will.
20, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's a 30-foot tall ceiling in this area, so it probably won't reach the ceiling.
Okay.
Also,
well,
you could only cast it from 60 feet, so. You have a 60-foot range.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to think. I don't want to bring it like right on to this guy. I'm thinking immediate area. But you said you didn't see anything in the immediate area, right?
No.
Okay. Well, 5, 10, 15, 20,
Be out to
60.
here.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna just yeah, I think that's a good spot. We'll keep it right about there. See if there's any.
Like that, or a little bit more forward for the front half people.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go walk around the perimeter on the wall.
I can't hear you, Scoots.
Sorry, yeah, that's fine.
So like this one, or over here, or how do you want your square?
In front of him, so like between us and the ooze. Here you go.
Like so.
Yeah, that's fine.
All
Is
right.
my vision good right now? Hold on. 30 feet. No, that's movement.
I guess I was concerned about it triggering anything on the ooze. Like, is he aware of this happening?
Gotcha.
Yeah,
He is now.
He will be
because-
outlined in color.
Okay, I wasn't
it
sure
has
if
to
it
make
was.
a saving throw.
Yeah.
So it is now aware as. What color are you having your fairy fire cube?
I want it to be violet.
All right.
Aww.
So as these violet motes, almost like spores and dust that just kind of appear above it, they begin to settle, and as it slowly starts to touch against the jelly, it has to make a saving throw and fails. So each of them, just as it kind of lays there, unaware of what's happening to it, it begins to glow with this violet color as they all kind of infuse into the jelly. But then slowly starts to rise, and I'm going to need y'all.
I was hoping to see if there was any other creatures around it, but I guess that didn't.
Before,
Right now, you can see this one down here.
as he's casting this spell, and as this creature comes into view, I'm gonna pull the quarterstaff off my back and hand it to Ront.
Gonna kind of look at you curiously as he holds his great sword close to him.
This will make it so they don't split into multiple creatures.
As he goes to grab that.
Thanks.
So then I am gonna need some initiatives. But yeah, right now the only one that you see, even with the fairy fire up, though it wasn't caught in it, is this other ooze, the gray one that is kind of close to the light to the south of it.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that.
So, boop. Boop.
Initiative. Why does my initiative always suck?
I don't know, man.
Mine's either or, man. I feel
no.
that it's either really good
I had
or
the
just
same
really
initiative as
crappy.
last time.
I cannot find a middle of the road when it comes to initiative.
Hey, I got worse than you. Okay, so I feel that. Like I said, it's either really high and I'm the first one, or I'm really low at the very bottom. There's no in between. It's either or.
I mean, just for the
yeah.
record, the jelly, which has a -2 to its check, got like a 17 in the last roll of initiative and a 16 this time around. Like,
Yeah.
screw
What
that
are you feeding these
monster.
things, Matt? What are you feeding them?
What dice are you giving them? Are they loaded?
I mean,
swear.
I'm feeding them
Bad
deep
decisions.
gnomes, so deep gnomes are really fast and skittery. I can't help it. What do you think these bones are in it? All right,
Bam.
so
Craig?
Nandor.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna continue going this way.
Hurts.
So basically, I'm gonna continue running out along the roof, right? And I'm gonna shout out to the Greys. It's like, "Can you understand me, you son of a bitch?" And then I'm gonna use a Eldritch Blast on the yellow thing.
You listen here,
Says
you
you're,
bastard.
Are you completely on the roof over here as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that'll put you about 30 feet up. That'll hit, and that'll hit.
All right. 13 damage.
Alright.
That's not bad.
Not bad to start.
12, if you can count.
Yeah.
I
We
just
give one
noticed
extra
it wasn't
point.
a 6.
An A for effort. And where are you moving to?
So basically, like, because okay, so it's like, how far up the wall can I get right now? Because I walked up a good amount.
Because I imagine, you were up over here, and you could have gotten on the ceiling before combat started right here. So it would just be kind of making the, gradual climb
Okay.
up from there. So I'd probably
Okay.
say, yeah.
Gradual descent, ascent. Because it's like you're walking down the ceiling, but you're technically walking up the ceiling.
It's like you're stuck in one of those
There are no physics.
paintings with all the stairs going in different directions. Yeah.
And I'm gonna get, like, so is this as far as I could go? Because I want to like go a little bit further this way.
I'd probably say you have about 10 feet left.
All right, I'm gonna go that way.
All right. And any bonus action?
Bonus action. No one's hurt, and that's pretty much. Besides that, I have expeditious retreat, but again, not really much I could do with that. So that should end my turn.
All right. Then next up, I'm gonna pass that over before I forget. Is the jelly that is all glowed up and ready to go. So it is going to slog its way forward 10 feet and then another 10 feet. And that's its action, because they slow bastards. So, Ront. Romus, what would you like Ront to do today?
He's gonna scoot a little closer, but not engage.
Alright, how far back would you like him to be?
Move him about 15 feet.
15
Right
feet? Right
Yeah.
there. Alright. So he'll ready in action with that vicious quarterstaff in case it gets close enough. As he just kind of and then looks over towards y'all, just kind of like, yeah. But you can also see he's kind of like, I don't want this thing to split again.
Yeah.
Still not quite trusting the weapon in his hand.
That's why I didn't send him fully in. He's like,
He thought about it.
just be safe real quick,
Kragor, then comes to you.
All right, let's do the lucky Medusa's longbow. I'm ready for it.
Take the
All
proficiency off. I think Matt's gonna get that for you.
I remember how to do it if he didn't already.
Boop.
Okay,
Done.
Good. All right, Medusa. Attack. Oh yeah.
Hey.
That'll hit. Yeah. You do not have stealth anymore, so it is just plus 2d6.
And I'm not engaged with it either. So
Nope.
Oh, what broke off the engagement? Ah?
all the tentacles.
I see what you did there. Okay,
I'm sure that
we'll give
joke
it-
has been
we'll give
said
it-
in every Dungeons and Dragons game ever created, but that's a good one.
All right. So your shot embeds itself deep within the jelly. Its body just kind of in response to it. You can see the bits of poison kind of spreading throughout its semi-translucent body. Any movement? Anything else for you? Bonus action?
Yeah, I spit at it.
All right. Spit from place.
Roll me next. Roll me something. Athletics. Roll me
Somehow
athletics.
still manages to spit on the back of Ramus's head.
I'm not hitting him, so how he does that is great.
How does this happen every time?
Every time. Every
Like
time.
Wanted, but with spit. This time it actually just gets caught in the helmet. Oh, it drips out.
He's nasty. Or it's Craig.
Uh,
Poor Craig.
That's it.
all right. So then from there it comes to Einar.
I'm going to just take a step out of the line in order to get a good view on it, and I'm going to cast Fireball.
All right.
Okay.
That'll hit. And 14 points of the damage as portions of its caustic body just kind of melt away, drooping off its side.
And that is all I'm going to do.
All right. Then Ramas.
It's time.
No.
I'm gonna
Sure.
duck.
Not the axe.
It's embedded with silver. We'll be fine. Gonna move here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then I'm gonna hold. I don't think I have any. Hold on.
Eat the weapon.
Yeah, screw it. Okay, I'm gonna take that back so I can go here and then attack.
All right.
Oh yeah.
That'll hit. All right. So you give a slice, and you see a portion of its body just kind of fall off to the ground, sliced off. And it looks like flubber size, though, so it's
Does
so
it-
small that it just goes right back into the main body.
Cool, because I'm gonna do another attack.
All right. 16. All right, and you slice off another section that bounces off to the side before slowly looping back to it. I would like you to roll me a intelligence real quick as well.
It's not good. Ability or saving?
Ability.
Yeah, no.
All right. In the heat of the moment, you're just swinging and slicing this bitch. Any bonus action for you?
This is gonna be fun, ain't it, boys?
Yes.
What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I probably should have raged beforehand.
Nah, save your rage.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use Charger as a bonus action? Make one melee weapon attack again?
You would have had to decide that at the beginning, whenever you first were running to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then I would
but
just,
good to know for next time.
yeah, I'll just draw the shield and prepare.
All right. And I was looking, and your AC goes up to 21 when your shield is active. So the one you got right now puts you at a 19. So, alrighty. Then next up is Eldith, who is gonna run her little legs. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And she is gonna use her good hand to pull out the hand crossbow at her waist and take a shot.
Even with a good hand.
Not those with a good head.
He got a good hand, all right.
First one hits, and then second one also hits for a total of 7 points of damage. As it looks very like it's struggling to hold its form right now. You can see parts of it are bubbling and beginning to slaw off and everything. It is hella hurt. But she is going to remain where she is, as down by the little bit of light, the gray ooze that is there is going to start moving. 10, 20, but uses its action to get there. So it can't do anything else on its turn. Up at the top brings us to Nandor.
I'm going to use Eldritch Blast again.
There you go.
Okay.
Can't go wrong, spell.
One on the yellow one, and one on the gray ooze.
Alright, both hit.
5 and 4.
Alright. So what you do is you sort of send them one right after the other in a straight line. And as the first one hits the jelly, it just pops enough to leave an opening for the second one to cleave straight through and hit the gray one right on the other side. And any movement for you?
I'm just gonna move closer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So as you get to 3,
Okay.
up on the roof, motionless and blending in completely with its environment,
Oh god.
there is another.
You
that-
son of a bitch, you knew I would do this.
I don't know what you're talking about. But as you go by, there is a gray-like limb that reaches out for your leg. And even with advantage, though, can't hit shit as you just kind of instinctively lift your leg back and almost jump back, but remember jumping here would reverse gravity, so you don't.
High knees,
So you
high
kinda-
knees.
They kind of stumble a moment.
High step, high step, high step. There you go.
And yeah, so it misses its attack, luckily.
Can I keep moving?
Did you want to continue? Yeah, you can continue your movement, but it did, try and strike out at you as you go by.
Okay. So it was 1. So this is 3 right here.
Yeah.
5 and 6. I'm gonna drop down.
All right. So as you drop to the ground,
Oh
from
my god!
behind the gargoyle statue.
Way to go, man. Way to go.
Oh, also make me a dex save as you're dropping 30 feet.
I went to walk down, but okay.
You can't. It's a straight drop where you are.
Or do you just stay up and
Saving?
just keep hanging?
Or
Saving
ability.
throw, yeah.
16.
16. All right. So, you take 8 points of damage instead of 16 as you kind of brace yourself on top of these stairs and, kind of lose your footing for a moment, but don't completely beef it. And as you're there kind of standing up, dusting yourself off, does a 22 hit? You feel this intense pain across your leg as another one of those gray tentacles wraps up around it, dealing 13 points of damage.
Apply. Okay.
Anything else for you?
It's not a person. I can't fucking charm it. Okay.
Hey, man, you never know.
That should be it.
Then next is Ront.
He's gonna come up next to me and attack this gray ooze.
All right. He is going to use it two-handed. And luckily it's just a simple weapon, so he does have proficiency with simple weapons.
Hey.
So he's going to smack that bitch up. 17.
Atta boy. So good. That's so good. So good.
Decent damage. Whenever you roll a 20, okay, that's for criticals. That's right. I had to remember what Vicious did. So he smacks into it, and like smacking a puddle, you kind of just see little bits of droplets go everywhere. And he looks back over to you, and he's just like, "I miss my blade. Do you think these split?"
Yes.
Then Krigor comes to you.
All right, so check this out, right?
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know yet. Hold on. I'm actually gonna go up to 5, 10, right about here, and I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this gray ooze here with my hand crossbow.
Okay. That is one that is up on the roof. So
30 feet high.
yeah.
That's exactly what I want. I don't know why, but that's what I want.
Alright.
No, damn it.
9
Right
still
under.
hits.
Oh, sweet. Heck yeah,
Oozes
that's a
are
good day.
slow, big things.
Good day for low rolls. Good day for low rolls. All right. Is that plus any D's?
No, you are not
okay.
stealthed, and there are no allies.
It's all right.
Alright. So you
Didn't I have? Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. I'm gonna try to throw my dagger at it. I guess.
Alright.
Okay, multi-attack with a crossbow?
They are both light weapons, so technically.
So I can use the crossbow twice? The hand crossbow?
No, because you need the crossbow feat to be able to use it twice. But you can shoot and then throw your dagger.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Yep.
I didn't know.
Hey.
That'll hit. That'll hit.
Boom, baby.
All right.
Is it going to stay up there?
So,
Oh, God, I didn't
you
think that
throw
through.
it, and the dagger is actually kind of there for a moment, and you're like, "Fuck!" And then you just see the as it drops and lands in the rubble below it, as it's not really a thing that sticks much into it.
Got it. No worries. And then I
All
spit
right.
at it, and then that's it.
The spit just arcs up and then lands next to your dagger.
So close.
Yeah. All right. So, next is
Einar.
the ooze that is actually next to Nandor. So, it is gonna make another strike at you, Nandor.
As one does.
Oh.
Super biffs and just kind of like shoots its tentacles out towards the statue, but ends up getting all tangled up in the statue next to it. So it retracts and then just kind of pulls down a little bit over here. But then it's Einar's turn.
Muted.
Thank you. Is there a knowledge roll I can roll on these oozes?
Give me a. I'll say history.
Hey.
All right. So what you know about gray oozes in particular is that they are well known for being very corrosive against non-magical items.
Do I know anything about whether or not they split when struck by slashing weapons?
Not to your knowledge, no.
So I'm going to anything else that I know about that I should be aware of, like any resistance to any sort of elements other than acid, because presumably they're
Not with
resistant
a
to what they're made
17,
of.
no.
All right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'll call out to Ramos and Ront and say, your swords should work fine against them, or axes, or clashing things. And then I am going to use.
You hear a happy chuckle out of Ront when he hears that.
And I'm going to use it on the one that is. Is that 120? Yeah, I'm going to use it on this one that's over here by Nandor.
Oh, also, whenever it failed, I wanted it to be like, ha, stupid, and then I spit on it.
All right, easy enough.
I love that. That's a thing.
That's a thing now.
I spit on it.
That's what happens when you spit.
I
Which one
really
were you
gotta
aiming
teach that
at,
guy how to spit.
The one next to Nandor.
One next to Nandor.
Yep. Okay, what do I roll?
That's it.
Fuck.
Hey,
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You get this
Matrix
the
time.
hair on the back of your neck kind of stands up and then curls in, and you're like, "Wait, I know this feeling." As you see a firebolt go by, just a little higher
What
than.
a waste of a
than
natural
Nandor.
20.
And then before I end my turn, I will also add. They can do damage to non-magical metal things.
You hear a subsequent shit out of Ront.
And then I'll end my turn.
Spit.
All
Spit
right.
on him. Spit on him. All right.
That's so magical.
Doesn't matter how far it's the action of it that is, like you don't have to actually hit it with your spit.
It's the message. It's the principle.
All right. Well, Ramos, your turn to spit.
Well, I'm gonna get my enchanted axe first, and then I'll spit on it. After.
Oh,
So,
okay, okay.
There we
Spell
go.
the ice.
16 will hit.
And then
All right.
I'll attack it again if it's still up. Is it still up?
It is.
All right, let's do it again. Hit. And
Yup.
then-
All right. So with this, it does slay the creature. Kind of more of a, scattering water, just one way, the other way, just breaking it down to where it's so spread out on the ground before you that it doesn't look like it's reforming at all.
This is how you spit.
He spit on every single part.
Just a splatter
As he's walking by.
and spray.
Yeah. You hear this? Oh, man, really?
Sorry, buddy. Sorry. I got you. Good work.
And then any movement for you? Anything else?
I'm gonna go up with I'm gonna give Ront like a nod, like let's go help Nandor kind of thing, and we're gonna go up there. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You're right here.
All right. Then after you comes to Eldith, who's gonna come up next to Mr. Kragor to shoot at the one on the roof as well. First
Nice.
one. Second one. Very good.
Nice.
She is on point now, kind of using her metal arm or metal hand as a little steadying thing, Dealing 9 points of damage. Not too shabby, but it still just kind of quivers slightly and is still up, but hurt. So it is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, seeming to retreat as Nandor comes to your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna use Alvara's whip, tentacle rod,
All right.
tentacle whip, and that's like 30 feet above me as well, right?
Right here is where it started rising up, so this is actually 35 feet right here.
Okay. So I'm just gonna attack the one next to me.
All right.
Hit it.
Yeah. All of those hit, but it makes its saving throw.
Damn it! I wanted to do something. 15.
Hey, that was good, man.
Nice.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Oh shit!
All
And I
so
also just
kind of-
realized. I just realized that this whip could hit, like, if you're 15 feet away, I could still fucking hit you.
Yes. Yes.
Oh
that's
my
exactly
God.
it.
Yeah.
You remember in the dungeon when we were fighting her? She was whipping that thing around, bro.
Oh my god.
So
And if you haven't
you
seen
just
that
kinda
episode,
lifted
it's
it
on our
and
YouTube.
And just kind of lays into it like a drum. The three goo, 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 hits across it, smattering it a little bit. Content where you are?
Is there anything that I could do for a bonus action? I can't
Heal.
healing word myself.
So say heal yourself.
I can't. Can
You
I?
can't?
I thought
I
he
think
could.
so. I don't
Yeah.
see why not.
All right, I'm gonna use healing word at level 1 for myself.
I mean, unless you're undead or a construct.
am I?
Surprise!
We'll find out.
Actually, I'm gonna use. I'm gonna take my chance. I'm just gonna start walking up 30 feet.
All right.
So I'm no longer on the ground, but I'm like walking
Yeah.
up.
So the one above you won't get any attack of opportunity, but the one next to you will.
Yeah.
Nope.
It is reacting to all the smackdown, and it's just kind of like, half-ass making a range at you.
Cool.
All right.
And then, as the other one's moving away from me, it's like, you're not getting away from me.
Are you actually moving? Were you moving the full 30 feet, or just to right there?
30 feet up.
There's nothing to go up on. There's
Okay.
a gargoyle right there, but it's open space.
Oh, okay. So then I'm just gonna continue walking this way. So that's 5, 10, 15. Yeah, let's do 15 feet.
Okay, cool.
Cutting off the angle.
What?
He's cutting off the angle.
Yeah. And then next is Ront.
Ron's gonna come up with me.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And does the staff also? How long is the range?
It's still the 5-foot range. He doesn't
Okay.
have the
Yeah,
extended.
he's gonna chill then. He can't do
Alright.
anything.
Gregor!
I'm gonna come up here. Oops.
A rarity on this thing. Hang on.
Let me get a good look in this room real quick. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, run! I got this." All right.
He just kind of
Nonchalant.
glares at you.
Hey, hold on. Did you pick up your dagger?
Oh yeah, shoot. Hold on. Go back. Okay, we're good.
10,
That's all your
15,
movement.
20,
That's all your movement.
25, 30 would get you right here if you stop by to get your dagger.
Shit. Hold on. Let me replot this.
He started there, yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Picked it up here.
25.
25,
25,
30.
30.
30.
Okay.
There we go.
That's Ron. I got this, and then continues.
Right, so I'm gonna do this, right? We're gonna take out my hand crossbow. I'm gonna shoot this guy over here.
All right.
What?
He's leaving that for us. It's okay.
No,
It's okay.
I got something up my sleeve. Don't worry.
He's gonna shoot that one and throw it at this one.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You already know, man.
Yep.
This is my
He's not even
go-to
that
plan
good.
every time.
Yep. I got you.
That'll hit.
Nice.
7 points of the damage as it quivers, then drops from the ceiling, splattering next to you, Nandor.
Okay, and then I take my enchanted dagger and I throw it at this one really hard.
It's in melee, so if you throw it, it's at disadvantage. Technically. Okay.
I like a good challenge.
that disapproval of Aragorn's face is just like,
You need to roll a disadvantage more, okay?
Yeah, okay, I'll roll disadvantage every time. All right, hold on. Here we go. And it's for more damage.
good lord. Rolls a disadvantage.
That's actually enough. So, you like not even looking at it. You just shoot and throw it down into the ground next to you, and you just feel of it splattering on your leg, and you're just like, yeah, all right.
And then I sprinkler spit from one end to the other. Just. I might have hit Nandor a little bit.
Precipitation to get wipe it away from me before it even gets to me.
We're behind him, so he ain't hitting us. Nope.
Somehow he does.
Yeah, it's a 180 sprinkler. It's not a 360. So.
So, as you're standing there, kind of turning to look down and spit and grab your dagger, with Nandor, you kind of looking up ahead, each of you then begin to hear a voice. Similar to how it echoed through the cavern beforehand, except also in your mind, this sort of dual sound around you.
Arrow just blast. I was gonna be like, come on, show yourself.
Where are you?
You hear out, "Devour them, my precious children. Make your father proud." And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
No, he said he could
Really?
go longer. He said he could go longer.
He said he could go longer.
We can roll a little bit longer if you want to.
It's going to be not a little bit.
Oh.
The real battle.
Yeah, because if it's
So
not gonna
you'll
be too little.
Seen the first bit of the oozes, and next time
I'm not
you'll
gonna
see
be
the other
here.
half.
It's
So
all
2
right.
weeks.
We gotta leave the crowd on a cliffhanger, you know.
I don't like this.
All right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode of Heathens Heroes. Thank you so much for joining. We appreciate you guys joining us on this sporadic adventure that we're having right now, but nonetheless, there will be an adventure to be had. So make sure that you guys tune in when we are live. Take a look out for Twitter. Remember to follow us here on Twitch. You can also follow us and subscribe on YouTube. Would greatly appreciate it. You guys have a great day. We'll see you on the next adventure. Stay strong and journey on. Take care.